Welcome back to another episode of the Slide Through Podcast. We're at 185 today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Another lovely Tuesday. Before we get into our partnerships, how is everybody doing here today?
A.
B?
My knees feel great. Pause.
Damn, what you been doing?
I don't know. It was just conversation. It was just conversation I was having earlier. It's like, oh, the older you get, your knees is gonna be screaming. But I'm getting older, but my knees aren't screaming. So I think I'm doing good.
That's very good news. Very good.
Yeah, very good news. I'm happy for you, bro.
We're happy for your niece.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Alive and blessed.
I mean, we haven't seen you in a month. Well, come on, give us a little update.
Almost
Come
about
on,
a month.
man.
It's almost been about a month. Yeah, about a month. I've been
Every time you come here, you look more like a tourist. You're wearing a Monterey hat.
For
like,
real.
Yeah. Well, it's
Last
fun.
time we had the
Important
hoodie.
to him, he wears this everywhere.
He's
respect.
rapping.
Yeah, I do.
rapping.
I like to rock it out there for some reason.
I got
don't
a
know.
present
I
for
think
you.
my head actually ended up fucking having it. When I first put it on, I was like, this shit looks weird. And then, it's like kind of like when you get a new beanie, you just got to keep putting it on, and eventually, like, you're fucking. Well, I have a big head, so eventually my head ends up making my beanies fit to my head, and then I get happy. And it's the same shit happened with this dad cap right here.
I was
It's
just
just-
gonna say, you're
yeah.
gravitating towards the dad hats. It's happening naturally,
Well,
bro.
I've been having some. I have two definitely eating, a white and a black dad cap. I've been gifted one before, which I don't use because I need to keep putting it on. And then this was one, that I got in Cannery Row one time, and then fucking now it fits me, pretty much.
Now
and
it
then
fits me.
it just happened. Yeah, I put this crew neck on and leaving, and I'm like, what is gonna match with this? And then easily I'm like, well, duh, motherfucker, what's gonna match with that? And fucking. Monterrey, and
That's
I'm
dope,
coming
though.
out here, so it was only right. So it was a beautiful accident, and I fucking had to have it on. But besides that, I'm good, man. I haven't been here in a minute. Obviously, I was gone for a while.
How's everything been in the Bay? People breaking
everything's
into
been
shit
good.
still?
Not
Like
really.
San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not,
Excuse
not
me.
where we. Not where
Excuse
we-
me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It was
Better
like,
get
don't
your-
involve us into
Better get your
that
city
shit.
right.
I
like-
mean, we've had a couple break-ins in our neighborhood actually, but
I live
we
in
have
the
like
hood, I
serious
got break-
neighborhood watch. Everyone gets caught, so
Oh,
it's
wow.
like not that smart to break in our neighborhood.
Yeah, and I think there's even a couple cops that live around there, so it's like.
we have a cop next door.
Next door.
Yeah.
At least
So it's
you're
like,
safe.
yeah, if
Safe
people,
and cautious
if
at
really
the same
people
time.
do things, if people really try to do things there, it's like,
So you see your neighbor,
Yeah.
he's brown.
I remember last time I went to Frisco, I walked downtown, and the amount of stores that I saw just closed and boarded up. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of sad, bro.
yeah, it is.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I used to love that place, and now it's just kind of like.
You just gotta go to the right street again. You'll love
That
it
was
again.
the main street. They're shutting down the main street.
Really?
Yes, downtown, bro.
Downtown.
It's all getting boarded up.
Like if we
Yeah.
were to go to Alvarado and everything's boarded up like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that type of shit.
Like the aquarium had like a patch.
Essentially, I guess what we can compare it to is American Tin Cannery. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everything's shut down and
I mean, they're still open, but
it's not the
they're
same.
about to build a hotel right there. It's gonna be sick.
That's where it is. I thought it was where they have the. Oh wait, never mind. I know
No, they're
what you're
gonna
talking
tear
about
everything down and
Yeah,
build
yeah.
a crazy hotel. It's gonna be tight.
now. It's gonna be tight.
But anyways, y'all.
Anyways, yeah. So shout out to our partnerships we have in the house. Definitely eating.
Oh yeah, definitely eating. At definitely eating on Instagram. It should be somewhere below, as we say, somewhere
Or
down,
above.
somewhere
Or
down
above.
here, or somewhere up here.
Or in between.
Yeah. And then the website is still the same one. Definitely we appreciate the people. Oh yeah, it's up here right there.
Look at that.
Yes, sir.
Perfect
Yes,
timing.
sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, same website, and everything's still up to date. And yeah, we appreciate everyone who's been visiting good and getting things or whatnot. So
Any new things coming or just kind of?
just ideas kind of browse down,
I
and until I put that foot to it, and it happens, But I don't know. We're trying to say, especially that summer's right around the corner. I don't want to get too crazy and be
Dog
like,
face
oh,
might be
this is
fire.
what we need to do. I've had thoughts before where it's like, oh, this is gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes it might not be. It was hot at the moment that I thought was good at the moment, and then at the end I was like, nah, I should have just waited and done this instead. So I have little battles with myself with what to do, But hey, it's all part of learning. You know
Either
what I
way,
mean?
you're winning.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're
Thank
battling
you.
yourself. So
Thank you,
win.
Ricky. I appreciate that. But
You're
yeah.
welcome. So shout out to Conglomerate by the Sea. You guys can catch our newest episode. Buy some merch there. Check out the Fish House out in Watsonville. Great food, great vibes. Shout out to Fit and Fresh. Get your body right, get your mind right. Healthy foods. Follow them at fitandfresh.831. Shout out to Morbid Creations. You dream it, we created. Whatever you guys need, we'll make it happen.
I like how you looked at your hoodie first.
He was like,
Hey, shout out to Mar. Hey, shout out to Marbe out of spot though.
shout
Man.
out
Shout
to
out to the
Marbe out
homies,
of
man.
spot,
You know?
yeah.
No, he said, shout out to my car's hella dirty.
These are like the best marketing hoodies ever.
It's
Because
fire.
people look at you like, your car's hella dirty, call me. And then the logo's in the back, so it's fucking dope.
That's fire.
But yeah,
Low-key
last but
twinning
not
over here,
least,
too.
we have a special shout out to, what is it called? Kindness of Rocks. They're having a talent show for the 831. Let's see. This is what they told us to say. Got talent in the 831? Sign up early for Kindness of Rocks talent show. Saturday, October 1st, 5 to 9. At the Olgemeyer Center in Seaside, hosted by Mr. Active and Attractive. No auditions, so all talent welcome. Must be 11 years old and up. Categories: singing, rap and hip hop, dance, and wild card, whatever that is. What's a wild card?
Oh, magician.
Poetry.
Oh yeah, wild card, whatever.
You can
something
swap
Whatever.
Just
lives.
whatever your talent is.
Shit, if you guys got a secret talent, now's the time to do it. $3,000 in cash prizes. To
Ooh.
register, go to at Kindness Rocks 831, their Instagram page. Hit the link on the bio. Also, for our attendees, they're gonna have a silent auction there. All proceeds going to Jacob Hart Foundation, a nonprofit for children cancer support services, based out of Watsonville. And that's pretty much it, man.
Sounds
Hey,
dope as hell,
shout
man.
out to
Everybody go
y'all.
ahead and sign up.
And we love the cause, man. We love the cause for that.
I mean,
Shout out to Kindness of Rocks.
Kindness of Rocks 831 on IG.
What a great idea, man.
That is a great idea, especially so many people came out with so many talents out of the pandemic. So I think this is gonna be dope to see.
I'm definitely pulling up. I want to see all the singing talents, rapping talents, but I would definitely am there for the wild cards.
How wild do you want them to be?
As wild as y'all want to get, you know what I mean?
Imagine seeing a
Respectfully.
slap contest, like the people that slap each other with the baby
Yes.
powder and shit like
Yeah.
Is that your special talent?
that. Dude, I would love to see that shit.
Oh, I thought you would love to do
Nah,
that shit.
I would fuck. I heard a podcast one time, and they were a dude was talking about like being there, and he was talking about the noise of the slap and looking at the person like right after. He's like, it's something that like. He's like you'd be surprised how many people are in like serious looking at two guys getting ready to slap each other. You know what I mean? Like I don't know the way he was putting into details. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I gotta watch this one time. You know? And it's different from obviously watching it from YouTube. I'm sure we all
always
came.
different.
I'm
It's
sure we
always
all
different,
came
yeah.
across a couple videos on YouTube. And we're like, what the fuck?
you said a couple slaps. I'm
This is
sure
a
we
real
all came across
sport.
a couple
It's
slaps.
a real sport. You know what I mean? Yeah. For the people who, people.
It is a real sport.
Yeah.
Cornhole's a real sport.
Well, I mean,
Sacky
it's
sack
like-
is a real
And we're
sport.
not talking music slaps. We're talking people really
Wow.
smacking someone across the face.
Yeah,
So
but it's like the UFC, right? You know, like people just punch each other.
For entertainment.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah.
But I
You
mean,
know?
they just stand there and you're literally
cash prize. There
waiting
has to be a cash
get hit.
prize.
Yeah,
There has to be.
dude. But people get like a belt rewards and shit from like, and like they're like so like oh my god, like I trained for the like, bro, what
What do you slap?
like what the fuck were you smacking across your face to train for
You
I
that?
ain't
just, you
gonna
just
lie.
make your girl angry.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I've seen.
You just
Dude.
eat her leftovers. She's like, that was mine.
I don't know. I think they probably pound like 9 scoops of pre-workout, and they're just fucking like trying to get an iron chin and just fucking
Just keep slapping
it's
themselves.
something, bruh, something.
I don't know.
You know
But
what
I've
I'm
seen
saying?
a guy
My mom
slap
slapped
a
me across-
watermelon like, and they like crack and destroy the watermelon with a slap. Like,
But it's kind of hard. It's scary because they're coming across with like a lot of those dudes
Got fucking,
their
heavy,
fucking
heavy,
hands, bro,
heavy
like-
hands.
they got paws, man.
And the amount of force
I
coming
feel like
across,
this is
you could.
predominantly a male sport.
I
no,
think
there's
it's
women.
only-
There's women's too.
For slapping.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen one of women
there
doing it
is.
yet.
Who are the best slappers in the world? Women. Come on. Like,
I've never slapped
Men
him
trying to take their
before.
no,
trying to take
I'm
their
speaking about
shine.
my mom specifically.
Why'd you
Speaking
point
about
out
only my mom specifically.
We've heard the stories. We've heard the stories. I'm just saying. We've
I
heard
never
the-
accused you of anything.
It was
We heard
have you not been to his therapy?
You know what? That did kind of look like a little bit of makeup right there, man.
Maybe that's what let his beard grow. Who knows?
I'm hiding scars, man.
Get out of
Oh
here.
man, it's a whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation over here, bro.
That's crazy, man.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, man. That's it for our partnerships and all the viewers out there. Thank you guys for watching. Staying tuned. A lot more coming. COVID's over, so we're gonna get out there more and yeah, just putting out content for you guys.
It's over until they say it's over, man.
I mean,
Until
it's
it's
kind
not
of
raining.
over.
A new variant. That's crazy.
I mean, they announced like 3 new variants and no one really cared.
Yeah.
She cared. She looked at me like I cared. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, it is what it is now. Kind of. Maybe. I don't know.
Are you still
We
like,
got, like, 4
wearing like a
answers there.
mask into like stores and stuff? Like,
No. But I mean, like, I don't know too much. I feel like I knew a lot more about the first 3 variants, and then I don't even know what variant we're on now. So that's where I'm kind of like lost in the COVID sauce.
If you watch the news, they'll give you.
That's too much for me. I get like too emotionally invested.
oh no.
Yeah.
Sorry, DJ.
That's the thing. Like Dr. Fauci said,
sorry,
all that one thing,
DJ.
and then he
I'm sorry,
retracted on all
DJ.
of it.
But yeah. So
How was everybody's weekend though? I mean, I know Ricky, you went to the Brew Fests.
I did for one day
Why'd you do this?
because it was dope.
Yeah,
I had
why'd you scratch the beard? I mean, it looks nice from this angle. I don't know why.
I mean, I don't know. It's
The
just a thing
Beijing.
I do. No, it was fun. Went out to Turlock's Fairgrounds. It's called the CV Brewfest. Shout out to California Seltzer, Veronica Camp, and Charlie Lippard
Shout out.
because they're the ones that invited us. We had Veronica here. She's the one that plans the event. That's like her event. So just seeing her in action and literally her whole family's working the event, like from parking, booths, selling merch, walking around, making sure everything's going smooth, some food. Like it's nuts. Like
That's
literally
her
whole
thing, yeah.
that's her thing, and her whole family's there, and it's fucking dope. I personally never been to a brew fest. Shout out to June for sliding. But I had a fucking blast.
If you had to compare it to something, what would you say? Like, is it kind of like a Cali Roots, but with instead of weed, is it more?
Is it like
It's hard to
Oktoberfest?
it's hard to explain because they had a live band, but you're not going there for the live band. You're going there because they're gonna have hella beer vendors
So
and
it's like
wines and
Oktoberfest
stuff like
then,
that.
if
What's
you've ever-
Well,
Oktoberfest?
it is pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Oktoberfest is another beer fest.
Oh,
but they
okay.
call it
It's a
Oktoberfest.
German beer festival.
But
Yeah.
and it's not
Those
in
get
October.
popping. Those
Yeah,
get
it's not
popping.
And it's not in October. Trust me. I was like, what the fuck? Oktoberfest? We're in September. What are you talking about?
No, Oktoberfest get popping out here.
See, I've never been.
They've done it. I think they do it at the fairgrounds almost every year. I think
do it.
besides the year when it was COVID, but
No, they didn't. I always wanted to check it out.
Yeah.
But it is an early event. They start at noon, and then they end like at 5, which makes
Okay.
sense. You don't want to see people fucked up like at 10 at night.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
hell no.
The Oktoberfest up where we're at in Clayton, it starts at like 10 o'clock in the morning and ends at like 9 p.m.
Oh,
I think that's a perfect time.
You think so? You'd
I
be
think so,
surprised,
because
bro.
Because we don't want to see people fucked up too early, but people want to get fucked up a little early. So I mean, like 11 o'clock,
mean-
10 is cool.
I mean, VIP was at 11. Open to the public was like 12.
Mm.
And shout out to the Dust Bowl. They give us some bomb ass. What do you call those things that have like the baked Bloody Marys? Yeah. So
Dust Bowl makes Bloody Marys?
they did that day.
really?
Were they
They're
good?
fucking fire. I liked it.
I'm about to go over there and request. I love Bloody Marys, bro.
What?
I
But-
thought Dust Bowl was beer.
Well, they have this Dust Bowl, but they also have a location up in the Central
Oh,
Valley.
they do. Yeah, because this is the second one,
This is
right?
the second one, yeah.
Mm.
So
Their beers all over the places.
Yeah.
Every time I go somewhere new to like the Bay Area and I look at their like beer list, Dust Bowl's right in like.
They're
So is
tapped in.
they're
Alvarado,
somewhere
which
there.
is kind of dope to see.
Alvarado
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
We
it's
went
in our grocery
we
store.
went to
That's kinda dope to
we
see. I
went
like
to a
that.
grocery store the other day and they had like candies from Carmel and like Monterey. I was like, oh shit, we out here. Like okay,
That's where I'm
like
from.
and it's like
Or you go like Whole Foods?
well like no crafted
Trader
like
We were
Joe's.
at Ace Hardware.
yeah.
I swear.
Yeah, Ace Hardware has like a very
we know
like
DJ's not a doer. Don't lie.
nah, it's those like those small business companies that do like little like candies and shit like that.
Little
Like
mints
we're
and
not
stuff
talking
like
about
that.
like See's Candy and Hershey's and shit like that. It's like family owned
Independently,
type
yeah,
of shit, yeah. And then it'll be like made in. And it said one of them said Monterey, California. The other one said Carmel, California. I was like, oh
dope.
shit, okay, like we out here. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It was just I was celebrating in my head.
I
She
think I
didn't
know what
care.
you're talking about. I
She
think
didn't care.
But he was like, we have to buy it to support. I was like,
Hey,
They're like 50-cent little caramel candies and shit. But I was like, hey, fuck it, I'll put $1 into this thing. Like,
that's
you know,
dope.
fuck up.
Give me 2. Hey, you in the back. Give me
I'm
2 of those.
wildin'. I'm
You know,
wildin'.
fuck up my teeth with some candy real quick, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. It says Carmel Cali and Monterey Cali, you know?
Better candy than me, bro, right?
Oh, man.
But yeah,
yeah.
the brew, like I said, I've never been there. It was dope. They give you like little as. I was expecting like a medium sized cup or like a regular plastic cup, but it's like this.
So essentially, you're walking around with that cup trying to get.
So
a
pretty
drink?
much, okay, here's
So
the
how
layout.
does it
You
work?
walk in. They give you your cup. They give you your wristband.
Do you gotta
There's
pay for
vendors. You buy your ticket and that's it. Like everything that's in there, you could go to the stands and they'll give you beer, like
Unlimited.
unlimited. So
But it's this size.
Half the size of the red cup right here. I'm staring at, right?
yeah, half the
Okay.
size of the red cup.
Okay.
But I mean, after like the Bloody Mary, I was already like, fuck, dude. Like,
We.
it hit.
You were doing push-ups
I
with
was
one
doing
hand.
push-ups,
you're
nigga, like,
I'll wash your car right now.
But I mean, there was hella vendors, bro. Like they had an outside area, they had an inside area, they had a DJ inside, they had a band outside. Overall, it was just a dope
It was
event.
big.
Yeah,
It was like.
it was cool. I don't know. I had hella fun. That's all I
That's
can say.
What about food?
Food?
Yeah.
Obviously, they gotta feed y'all to keep on drinking, right?
Well, they had different vendors there. I tried like a not pastrami. Is it pastrami? Pastrami bagel sandwich thing.
Sounds good.
Which was fucking fire. I don't even like pastrami like that, but that one tasted good.
Fire, bro.
But then they had a pizza, and then they had like some Mexican food, and yeah, that was pretty
nice,
much it.
nice.
But I definitely recommend it. It's gonna be a yearly thing. They had sausage. You want a mic?
The sausage rings? Hey, what you eat, June? What was good? What was good?
You had a hot dog?
A grilled cheese.
He had a grilled cheese.
That sounds hella good.
You can never go wrong with a grilled cheese and a beer.
Can't.
I mean, bruh.
But I mean, it was good vibes. No one was too fucked up. Well, we seen one dude walking like fucked up, but not being violent. Like I didn't see no fights. I didn't hear
That's good.
nobody tripping. Like it was like a really good time.
So like same time frame every year then too in May.
I would think so.
April,
Yeah.
May.
How many
think
years have they been doing this?
I think this is the 7th.
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Yeah, 7th or 9th.
Oh, so it's
That's a
it's
while,
legit.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, well, we'll shout out to
Ninth
California.
Ninth
Soldiers.
annual. Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's cool.
shout out to
They'll
CB
probably do
Brewfest.
something like really important next year because 10 years, you know? That's
Yeah.
like a decade.
That'd be cool to see. But they're thinking of bringing something similar to Monterey other than Oktoberfest. I'd be like, "Tch, do it. Do it. Have you ever been to a brewfest?
Never, and you would think that I would, right?
I would
yeah,
think that you
I would.
No, I've never been to a brew fest. I've been to like a little kind of like shindig like that where they got a bunch of like food trucks, but they're not food trucks. They're like beer trucks, and you just kind of walk around and you just get a bunch of drinks from them. But it was very small. It was like a block. It was just a block party type of thing.
Okay.
But other than a whole brew fest sounds like fun, man. But I was, unfortunately handling other things this weekend. I couldn't go, man. I would have loved to have gone, bro.
You should have came. You would have tied it together.
I,
feel like-
I was talking to June earlier. He was like, "Bro, I think you would have had a great time if you would have went." I was like, "It looked like fun, but unfortunately,
It was fucking fun.
got myself in a predicament."
We understand.
But other than that, how was everybody's weekend? You know what I mean? Like, that's
I
Ricky's
mean,
brew fest.
that's
How's
that's
yours?
my weekend, I guess.
Yeah, no, I was working, so my weekend was as simple as that word.
Anybody
Yeah.
crazy at work? Anybody try to fight you?
No, not really.
Where
You got-
where does he work?
It was Mother's.
Well,
I mean,
maybe he got the order wrong. I don't know. He brought the wrong drink. Like,
nah,
people
there was happy
people be
moms.
rowdy.
There was
What the
happy moms
fuck?
on Sunday. You know.
Oh, that's right. It was Mother's
It
Day.
was
Yeah.
Mother's Day.
Yeah, so I had to work a dinner shift that day, but it was good though. We weren't too crazy, which we thought it would be, but
What's y'all go to for like Mother's Day? Like, is it like, oh, we're gonna do a dinner thing, or we gotta get the whole family together, or I'm gonna try to do something on one-on-one with you guys? Like, how does?
Me personally, it's gotten to the point where it used to be like a family thing. Everybody got together and did whatever they did for all the moms. Now it's kind of like as we grow, it's kind of like, all right, well, let me grab my mom and my intermediate family and let's go do something for her. But before it was like a whole family
A
thing.
big shit.
A
right?
big thing, yeah.
My whole life it's just been my mom and my grandma, so that's how every
Really?
Mother's Day has been. Just my mom and my grandma, and that's
Same
how
thing.
It was
So what do you?
this
Is
year.
it kind of like a normal thing for y'all? Like, is it breakfast and then we're gonna go ahead and? Do you guys have a whole routine that you guys have planned out, or?
I mean, as I've gotten older, I've become more in charge of things. Like
Of
they
course.
they gave up, or I don't know, cuz like, like they don't have to plan their Mother's Day anymore. It's like they get to benefit from like a responsible child now. And so it's like, oh, like I planned a brunch for us, or oh, I planned a dinner for us, whatever it is, like whatever works for their schedules, I try and like make it work so that we can celebrate them that day. And that's what we did. We went to, well, it was off of his schedule this time, so that he could come. But we did a brunch on Sunday.
That's dope.
Is that DJ's first Mother's Day with y'all as a family?
Yeah.
Yeah, celebrating with.
Celebrating, yeah.
Yes.
Because remember,
He was there
last year. So last year Mother's Day, what was it? I think it was I thought I had COVID. It was that. Remember?
It was what we were just talking about.
We were
It was-
just, so what we were talking about
Wasn't
earlier. So what we were talking about earlier.
it happened to land
It
on,
was.
on
It
Mother's
was.
Day weekend.
Yes. Yeah. Like I had barely. I still remember too. I had my first. One of my first events. Like a vendor event.
Oh my God, that was
Yeah.
a hot mess. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Not a hot mess. Not like I was shitting myself and shit like that.
Oh, it was,
But,
it
like,
was cold.
Oh,
Is
dude,
that
well,
what that
dude, I thought I was
means?
gonna die, man. I thought I was gonna die. Like,
Don't
and
say
she
that,
kept
dude.
telling
You're
me,
gonna
like,
make
she
us
kept
sad.
telling me, like, we just gotta take you to the hospital. Like, I had to
Oh,
call
was
it,
that bad?
bro. I had to call it. I had to
I
call a
wanted
doctor.
him to like have fluids because he had like cold sweats and all this stuff, and he's like, "Nah, let's just go like to the event."
It was
and,
like 94 degrees.
Oh yeah, it was
It
hell.
was
It was
hot.
like a random ass.
Again, I
hot,
have the
hot
chills.
day.
I can't eat anything. I'm thirsty, but if I sip a little bit of water, I gotta go to
And
the
he tried to
restroom.
go to this event by himself, set up, like do all this stuff, and then
Damn right.
I was like,
Like a man does.
I told her,
Like, what
nah,
the
she
fuck?
might think I'm lying, but I told her, I think God is testing me. This is my first event out
That's what
here
he
in the Bay
said,
Area.
and I was like,
Oh,
"You're
I'm like, this is my first event in the
you
Bay
didn't say
Area.
it was the first
And I
one.
think God is testing me, like, how bad do you want this? I was like, I feel like shit. I feel like dying. I was
told
like,
him
you
to
know
stay
what?
home, and I was like,
Fuck
I'll-
it.
I'll
Like, you
handle
know,
it.
and I was like in the seat, like,
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
like, bruh, like,
I think people were
I
scared to
felt
come up to the table.
she
Is
kept
he
telling me,
good?
she kept telling me, I think people are scared to walk by because you look like you're dying here. I was like, it's all good. I was like, I'll just tell him I just like came out of the ER or some shit. Like,
It was like by the look
They
of him, I
will
could tell
be
it's definitely eating him alive. Like I can't.
yeah.
He looks at
It was
like,
funny though because people
God
would
is
by, I'm like,
testing me.
how y'all doing? Like,
Like,
I'm
one
like,
eye open,
fuck.
God's testing me. Don't judge me.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's like,
nah,
maybe-
but I
maybe
really
if I
felt
put a
like
blanket
that.
over his
Like,
head, we could just
like
sit down,
inside, I
it's
wanted to
not
go home.
happening.
Don't get it wrong. Like, I should have stayed home. I should have rested. But it was
But the
just
fact that it was your
the
first one,
the
though?
event was too big out there, and I was like, man, I was like later down the road, like I'm gonna regret that I felt so shitty. And I was like, and I know I'm only gonna feel like this for a very short period of time, and this pain that I'm feeling is gonna disappear. And at the end, I'm gonna be happy that I did it, and I'm gonna look back like, oh motherfucker, you did that shit, like motherfucker, you done. But you know, I did it though, you know.
So you feel happy now?
Yeah, I
Even
do.
though
He's
you
the
might
one
have-
that's
you might
spread
have
At that
COVID
spread
moment,
germs.
at that moment though,
To give
yeah. I
everybody
mean, just for the
germs.
record, I didn't have COVID. I had got
you got
got
cleared, you
food
got cleared.
poisoning,
It was
but
just
I was
mucus.
like deep into the symptoms of food poisoning, which is, you know, you get the chills, you get a headache, you feel very fatigued. I had so much fucking like stomach pain, and it was like hurting to a point where like I had to like get into like
he was like hunched.
I had to
I've
be
had food
hunched.
poisoning. It's
I
not
couldn't
fun.
I couldn't
I've
strain
never
my
had it.
back because the
not
more I
fun.
strained it, it just
Sounds like fun.
yeah, I was in pain, but yeah, again, and then I had to call a doctor on the phone, and they were like, "All right, so how do you feel? How long has this been going on for?" So I'm there, like sitting at the event, like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Wait, you're outside?" I'm like, "Yeah."
They're
And
like, you need to get
they're
out
like-
of
they're
direct
like-
heat.
they're
and
like,
we're,
you shouldn't be
in
there.
direct sunlight.
Oh, you said you can't be in direct.
They're
light?
like, they're like, "You shouldn't be there. You should be resting. You should try to get sleep. You need to like, you shouldn't be there right now." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, but it's like a big event for me." Like,
Tell them the whole life story.
they don't know my heart was talking. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know like.
He had that perspective, like, oh, it's my first event out here, like I want to show up and all of this stuff. But then in my head, I'm like, you're not truly showing up, like you're not representing yourself or the brand like properly. Like this isn't definitely eating. This isn't you. So
Definitely
like
hurting.
you,
Definitely
you shoulda-
dying, like-
yeah,
Definitely
Like, you
dying. I was
shoulda stayed
definitely
at
hurting.
home. And like, cause he had another event like 2 weeks later, so it's like you can like get your rest, be better, and then do that as your
No,
like
llores, no,
big
Nah, I pulled
like
up.
I'm
No
gonna
llores, no
represent
llores.
moment.
I pulled up.
I feel like maybe if you felt like that in your second event, you would have skipped the second event. But because of the fact that
Yeah.
it was that first
It
one,
was that first one out
you
there.
can't set that precedent. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck, like,
Yeah, because I done it out here in Monterey, like, hella times, and that already felt like normal to me. But it was like my first time representing out there, and I didn't want to flake, especially because like the event was already paid for. You know what I mean? Like, the way you sign up is you choose dates and then you pay for all of them right then and there, and it was not cheap to apply to those. So if I miss out on it, you already spent money. They're not gonna give you a refund. They don't give a shit if you don't pull up. That's just a spot that's not there no more.
Not pull up. I said, let me handle it.
Yeah, but.
She said let her handle
Yeah.
it, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. I forgot how we
But
started
you
talking
do know,
about that, but
That's dope though. You're a real trooper.
I forgot
Cheers.
how we got to that. All
I
right,
don't
thank
know. I don't
Cheers to that,
remember.
man.
Thank
I
you.
would have done the same thing. I gotta vlog this shit.
Dead.
It's funny because we were talking about like Mother's Day's
Oh,
weekend.
Well,
And it
so
went
that's
to that.
what it was.
Because they
he
landed
got
on the
sick.
same weekend.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh,
See it?
so we didn't celebrate.
So
last
I didn't
year.
celebrate it with them. She
Well, we
went.
didn't. No, my grandma wouldn't let us come over because we didn't confirm that you didn't have COVID.
No, but
like
that's
DJ
what I'm saying.
said, like you came to the car, you shouldn't be here.
All I remember is I stayed home, and then she was with her mom and her grandma, and then so this year was the first year where I was actually like, all right, we're actually sitting down.
Grandma, I'm DJ.
It's like, oh, I'm glad you're not sick.
Grandma, I'm DJ.
Grandma, I'm DJ.
But yeah, that was pretty much that, and then and then work right after pretty much. So
Sounds
that's
like,
pretty much how it was.
that's dope.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had like a breakfast in a while. It's always been brunch.
Yeah. Well, that was like my first like Mother's Day brunch, I think, because even when I think back of like the Mother Day stuff that I've done out here, it's not really like nothing big like that, especially because my mom's usually always working, and we tend to kind of when we have celebrated it, it feels like we've celebrated it on the Mexican Mother's Day,
Which is today.
which was
Shout out to
originally
all the
today.
moms.
Yeah, so it was like, I don't know, we eat at the house, or few times we actually gone somewhere to go eat. But she's not really into going out to places. She'd rather actually stay home and celebrate there, if anything, So, yeah, she's not really big into going into restaurants like that,
So like, I'd rather just dine in with y'all at the crib. than
Yeah,
have
yeah,
the
that's
family
literally
dinner
how
at the
she
crib.
is, yeah,
That's dope.
yeah.
How
I
about you,
prefer that,
Ronnie?
too.
What do you do for Mother's Day?
Well, my mom like with his mom. My mom's always working, like always. So like, when I wake up, she's never gonna be there. You know what I mean? So I mean, me and my mom aren't that close, anyways. But I do make sure to always go out my way and like make sure there's like a bouquet of flowers there for when she gets there. And if she has time, we might go out to eat. But our schedules are so
So different.
different. So yeah, probably the last time I went out to eat for Mother's Day with my mom was probably like 3 years ago, bro. And it was like a breakfast type of thing, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think the older you get, it's really on you whether you want to go ahead and
That's
make
the way
this
I
a
see it.
thing or not. And it's also on them as well, because I feel like the older they get, they care less, and it's more on you to do the effort.
Like you gotta
You
be
have
like,
to
we're
show
going
up.
out to
Yeah,
dinner.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
doing this.
Yeah.
Like,
Because no mom wants to be like, hey, we're going to go out here
It's like
for my day,
It's
you
like
know what I mean?
narcissistic.
A little
if
bit.
you keep like at a certain point, it should be on the kid to like be like, oh, I want to take you out. And like I remember as a little girl, my grandma would be like, you're freaking crazy, because like I'd be like, okay, we have this plan, like we're gonna go to this restaurant and take my mom here. Like I always wanted to make her feel special, and like make a plan to like do that thing. But I was like little and had no money, so I was like, grandma,
had
can
Monopoly
you
money?
give me
What
some
do you
money?
mean?
Selling lemonade, like.
you pay your grandma like, Mama, I got $100 in Monopoly. Is this enough?
But that also comes with the fact that you said it's always just been you, your mom, and your grandma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's all you know. So
Yeah.
obviously you want to go ahead and make them feel the most special.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
I mean, I can
It's
relate to
weird.
the other thing you said, how the older you get, it's like kind of becomes your responsibility to take them out. Because, like, me and my cousins, I've planned the past 7 Christmas. Like, the adults don't give a fuck no more. They don't care.
They're like, you guys
So,
aren't kids anymore.
Exactly. So I'm always calling my cousin, hey, dude, what are we going to do for New Year's? Dude, what are we going to do for Christmas? You know? All right, well, I'm going to call the tias and tell them to get everything together, what they want to help out with. Okay, here's the house we're going to do it. But we plan it. You know, they don't care. If we take a trip, I'm the one planning, all right, Mom, we're going to go to Florida. All right, Mom, we're going to go up to San Francisco. Like, it's not her planning our trips. We're going camping. It's like, I mean, all right, we're going camping. Like,
Do you
I
think
planned
it
it out.
like flip flops in life? Like, so like while we're like these young 20-somethings not with kids, then it's like our responsibility to plan. But then like once we have kids, then do they take back over because they're like, I want to spoil my grandchildren?
Ooh.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, he does.
Does.
I think
So I said, ooh.
the grandparents are always gonna love the grandchildren more than they love their own kids.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
okay.
How
think
did the
I think that's
grandchildren
true.
get here though?
Nah, but it's
Yeah.
the truth. I mean,
And I feel that because like I feel like they see the grandchildren like, oh, I have a second chance to right my wrongs with where I went wrong. with
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that was
true.
deep.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
one-
Okay,
that's one way.
okay,
That's
okay,
super true.
okay.
Definitely.
So yeah, I definitely do think like, oh my god, like the older they get, I feel like they start noticing. Oh, okay, I know that I fucked up here. Let me try to go ahead and make it better.
It's like,
But-
Mom,
I have to like agree with you though, because my mom has said to me about my grandma. She's like, I don't know that woman, and I'm like, what? Like that's your mom? Like what do you mean? And she goes, no, that is not my mom. That is your grandma. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she goes, she did not treat us like that.
No, but
I'm
it's,
like,
but it's
what?
true.
Like what?
Well, I
do you
mean, it kind of has to
mean?
do as well. Like, it's like not their job to educate you. Most of the time, they just spoiled you. Like, oh, mijo, come here, let me get you this toy. Oh, mijo, this. But when you were growing up, it's like, all right, you gotta wash the dishes if you want
Wish
that
I was
toy.
always-
Plus, I mean, it's different eras. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
different
it's
eras.
true.
Like my mom
And
would
I
tell me
think
stories when she was young and what she had to do, and I'm like, God damn, like it sounds like they were damn near making you like to a slave, like you know. And she's like, no, but like you had to understand,
That's
like
the culture.
That's where
just the way we
we
grew up.
lived so deep into like this. And I visited where she used to live at, and so where they live at is like in the middle of nowhere. So it's like if we wanted food, we had to walk over here to get this. If we wanted water, this is what we did to go get our water. And like, you know, and just like if we wanted to get this, we had to go over here. And if they're busy doing this, like you have to go do this. And you know, and so I'm like, God damn. And she's like, yeah. She's like, so you guys can't give me an attitude if I say like, oh, pick, you know, like pull the weeds out of the yard or shit like that, because that's nothing compared to like what we had to do. And
We're
I'm like,
spoiled.
It's a sense of responsibility. Or
yeah.
it's supposed to be, I think.
But it's different times. Like, I see my grandma's so progressive, like, with her mind. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, my mom's more closed-minded than my grandma. Like, it's nuts.
Interesting.
But she's super dope. I told her, I sat down with her and she was telling me like, hey, like, did you know like your great grandma, like she killed like 3 people?
No.
And I was like, no fucking way.
Respect.
right? But she
Hey.
said it with such a smile, you
Hey,
know?
Joe, we're gonna cut that clip
We're
out.
gonna
Right?
cut it out. No,
Allegedly.
allegedly. She told me allegedly, you know?
Respectfully, allegedly.
But it was different times. And I was like, what the fuck? She's like, yeah, I even have a gun in Mexico. Like, your uncle grabs it and shoots it during like
It's full of
Christmas
powder.
and shit like that.
What?
Right?
The powder gun.
She's like, yeah, he tells me it's a 45. I don't know what that is. I'm like, Grandma,
45 years old.
you want to see my
I guess 45 years old.
I'm like, Grandma, you want to see my gun? She's like, you have a gun? With like a grin on her face, like smiling. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
You're like legally.
Legally.
You showed her.
And I showed her, and she just fucking grabs the gun. I'm gonna drop the mic for a little bit, and she just fucking like cocks it. Like,
Oh,
obviously, I took out the clip, make sure that it wasn't loaded. Gun safety first.
But
But
you saw the flashback in her eyes.
I was like,
Allegedly.
she was like, and she lets it go. I'm like, pull the trigger, see if it's in there, and she goes, I'm like, oh shit, Grandma, like.
What
You're,
the
Grandma
I was like,
knows
what the
fuck?
fuck? I was tripping out. She was telling me all these stories. Like, it's nuts. Shout out to my grandma.
dude, that's fucking.
That's
Think about it. See your grandma cock a
Yeah.
gun, like,
And
when
no-
can we go
Never,
shoot
ever
it? Like, it's
I know,
crazy.
yeah, that is crazy.
And my mom be like, you're getting a gun. Why the fuck do you need a gun for? My grandma's like, oh, you have a gun? Good, mijo. Like, if someone tries to break in, you fucking shoot them. Like, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, for real?
Yeah, you're both going to jail in California, but I mean,
Yeah, I was like, I think the laws in
I mean, my
California
door's
are a
locked,
little
and if you break in
iffy.
through my lock, then I have the right to shoot you.
Not
don't
in
think so, no,
California.
yeah.
As long as they're
You can't-
approaching you and you feel threatened, you're allowed to shoot them. But if they turn around trying to run away after you show them the gun, then you go to jail.
that's only if you're a cop and you have a GoPro strapped onto you, bro. It doesn't work for civilians like that.
Well, I mean, when you shoot people, it's kind of like you could tell you shot them in the back or you shot them in the front. I feel threatened. I have a gun. Get away. I have a gun. Get away. And he come towards you. You have the right to shoot him. But if he turned around because he got
No,
scared,
I was
because
I
the
so
agree,
gun-
like,
I agree with
uh,
that
no,
mentality.
that's really
yeah.
how it is. Like, but if you show them the gun and you warn them, and they start running away and you go chase them and shoot them, then you go to jail.
Yeah, well, yeah, because that's like you made the conscious thought to go chase down a
Yeah.
person and shoot them.
But if you tell them I have a gun, get away, and they continue to come in, or they forced away and through a lock, then you can shoot them.
Shoot him!
Shoot them! Shoot! No, but
way.
anyways, going back into it, my grandma's so fucking dope. Shout out to grandma.
Man, shout out to all the mothers out there.
All the mothers out there, all the cool
Grammys,
moms out
moms.
there,
and future mothers.
and future mothers.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, side story. We got
So
sidetracked.
next year's Mother's Day is gonna be a lot different for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
I know, Luna.
I know, Luna.
You see
I'm
how
hoping
stiff
my
she
puppy
is?
gets pregnant.
Oh man, let's move on.
Let's move forward. That's
Anybody
enough.
watch the fights this weekend or what?
I did not, but I heard the stories that Canelo they robbed the fight, and some people saying he was getting fucked up, so there's no way he got robbed. Did
Yeah.
you see it?
I saw
I heard-
UFC. I didn't see the boxing fights.
Okay.
June saw the boxing fight.
You saw the boxing fight,
He
June?
said he tuned in like probably like at the 5th round towards and then till the end.
What
and
is your
then-
opinion on that, June?
He lost.
You want to grab the mic?
I asked him
You lost?
earlier. That, yeah, he said he lost.
Shit.
And I was surprised 'cause the only thing I heard about that fight was the meme where like obviously you see Canelo just
Why did he
go
pick him up?
underneath. I could just tell that he was getting frustrated. You only do that crazy because you're getting frustrated and you feel like you're losing the fight. If he's calm and composed, like it's because he's winning. But again, when I saw that clip, I had not seen the fight. But based on what like June told me, like yeah, like that was like in the 10th round where he did that. And
So he really lost then.
I'm surprised
Shout
he
out
did.
to whoever won.
I'm surprised he did. They said that Canelo won 53 million in his loss, and then the winner won between 2 to 5. But I don't think the guy cares about the money.
He's
I
still
got that
coming
win
up.
against Canelo.
He's still coming up.
Yeah.
I got that win against Canelo. The money's coming in now because I beat the best of the best.
Yeah,
Think
there you
about it.
go.
He went to 3-4 different weight classes and won the fucking belt, and now he lost.
But what weight class did he lose this belt? Because he still has his other belts, but he lost the weight class.
I don't know what weight class, but I heard he had a lot of requirements for the guy. Like, you can't go above this weight. These are my, what do you call those? My demands. And I guess the guy to comply with all the demands and still
And
beat him.
still won.
So Canelo wants a rematch for sure's, but now the other guy's supposed to put on his own demands to be met before they fight and shit.
That.
So he's really gonna make some money this round if they do a second fight.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't see it, but shout out to both of them. They're great fighters. And you say you saw the UFC. How was that?
UFC. I came here. I watched them here. I wanted to. The card was great. Rose
Like
fought,
a Pokemon card?
and Rose lost. That was the most boring fight that I've ever seen in my entire life, bro.
Why?
It was nothing but a bunch of just pump fakes, nothing but a bunch of pump fakes, and a couple jabs and a couple things landed, and it was so much pump fakes that the other girl ended up getting just hits on her, and she lost her titleship just because of the fact that you didn't want to engage.
Yeah.
You were just kind of acting scary, and
Yeah.
it's based on points. You lost your shit based on points.
Yeah.
What the
And,
fuck?
and we've seen Thug Rose fight hella times, bro. She's a beast. She
Oh, hell
did
yeah.
nothing but just jump back and forth like she's in a fucking like
Damn.
Street Fighter character.
That sucks.
Shit.
I thought I saw Tony Ferguson die. I thought he died on live TV.
For Rose?
Kind of like Ben
You
Askren.
sound sad.
Yes.
Similar vibe, huh?
Because
Why happened? Was it the way he fell? Was he just out
Well, he
for
was
too
fighting
long?
Michael Chandler. Both of those guys were coming off of like 3 losses in a row or 2. They're coming off of losses, but they're both
Yeah.
beasts. And the fact that like the fight was going great, and out of nowhere, just Chandler threw this crazy kick
That's right.
and then landed, and it was like it wasn't toes. It was like the base underneath your toes, and it landed right underneath his chin, right here. With such precision, and out of nowhere just landed, and all of a sudden you just see Tony Ferguson drop head first,
Ooh.
and he
Visuals for you guys.
was out.
He was out.
Michael Chandler was celebrating, and then it got to the point where like he kept looking back, like oh damn, he's still out. Like I'm still
Yeah.
celebrating, but he's like, fuck, like he's not up yet.
Yeah.
He was out for a good 2 minutes. I was like, fuck, Tony's dead. And I was obviously, you know what I mean, the way I was watching it, they got the little chat on the side. And it was like, fuck, he's dead. He's dead. Knockout. Oh, like, R.I.P., you know what I mean? Like, he's dead. He's dead. And I was like, fuck.
Damn.
Can you get in trouble for killing somebody? In the
No,
UFC?
because they signed
Yeah,
they signed a
waiver.
contract, you know what I mean? So, I mean, they're willing to die in the ring.
Shit.
Um,
I did not
and
know
I
that.
literally thought I saw that. I was like, fuck, I just witnessed, like, history, you know what I mean? But then, thank God, you know what I mean?
Shout out to God.
Yeah, shout out to God. And then Charles Oliveira with Gaethje.
Gaethje?
Yeah, with Justin Gaethje. The first round was a lot of striking. You can tell that Justin Gaethje was trying to keep it just striking. He didn't want to go to the ground because you know how Charles is, bruh. And then the second,
But I think it ended on the first round though, didn't it?
no, at the beginning of the second.
Shit.
Oh, I thought the fight ended on the first round for some reason.
Google that real quick if you're able to. I think
I
I'm
didn't
pretty
I didn't watch the fights, but
Yeah, at the beginning of the second round.
I watched a couple highlights and then I thought it said first round.
I don't know. I was sipping a little bit, but I can
He saw us in the little-
I can guarantee.
He thought it was in here at the bell.
I could
Ding,
almost
ding.
guarantee it was the second round.
It was just the first round.
But like I said, like it was a good fight, but like Charles Oliveira, like it sometimes gets a little boring to me. Sometimes I want to see bloodiness. You know what I mean?
Why?
I want to see more striking.
You want to see people get hurt?
Yes,
Fucked up.
yes. That's what I allegedly paid for.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't watch UFCs, but I'd be down to go watch like a live fight. Like they had that event in Seaside where they did the UFC or the MMA there.
Yeah,
Just seeing
on the
it,
street was crazy.
just seeing it in person, bro. Like it's a whole different like experience. Like, so I'd be down to go watch one like in person. I feel like it'd be tight. You ever been to a UFC fight?
Not UFC, but I've gone to MMA fights before where like you see it live.
Yeah.
I've gone to one of them in Hollister before, and that shit was fucking.
It's different than watching it on TV.
Ooh, yeah, it was fucking nice. That's what made me get tuned into more MMA.
You ever been to a UFC fight or MMA?
No, but I would love to. I heard that obviously, like watching the UFC fights, if you're really watching the fights to watch the fights, it's better watching it on TV. But I would love to see it live. Does it say?
Where? Which one?
Oh no.
He said something good. Ganchi?
Okay, so yeah, click on that on the top.
It's like they want you to buy. Oh, look right there, round one.
one at the end.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, you were wrong. Fake news.
You're stupid.
Damn.
Pasa la bolsita. Shh, shh, shh.
Yeah, man. Whack.
Damn, I was wrong. I mean, shout out to the guy that got beat up for taking the
I'll watch
hits.
the buzz.
Yes, tipsy.
But yeah, man. Overall, like I mean, a good card. Good
Yeah.
card. A little disappointment.
But yeah, I mean, from
Don't be
people that watched it,
disappointed.
from what I heard though, was like Gaethje started good. He was clipping him a few times, but again, once you hit the ground with Oliveira, you're just in trouble. Like you hit the ground with him, you better have jiu-jitsu, and like not even basic jiu-jitsu. Like you got to be
No, the
on
top of the top, yeah.
of the top jiu-jitsu with him,
So you gotta
and
beat
he
Jumbo.
fucking. I don't know, man. It's almost like a recap when Khabib made Gaethje tap out in the second round. It was just like that. Like, okay, Gaethje has a lot of power in his punches, but like you hit the ground with Khabib, you're done with. And the same shit happened. You hit the ground with Oliveira, same thing happened to you. You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't know. It's getting to the point where Oliveira's just proving everyone that he's good.
Yeah, but I also want to see if he's able to stand 5 rounds on his feet striking.
Yeah,
Because he can beat whoever. Yeah,
he did
because
3.
You're gonna take.
Yeah, he did 3 rounds with Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, until he had to take it to the ground again because obviously the thing what he does is like Justin Gaethje hit him so hard in one of those in that round where like, all right, now I'm gonna grab you. We're going to the ground.
Yeah.
And I got you here. This is where I thrive.
Yeah.
I want to see him go 5 rounds.
Why? I want to see him
Just
knock-
to see if he's able to.
I mean, he kind of has to, right? You got to train for 5 rounds. It's not like you train for 1 round.
Well, that's the thing.
Right.
Like, well, that's why. But he's never gone to 5 rounds.
Because he's a beast or because he gets knocked out?
He finishes people early, so I guess it's more
Yeah.
closer to a beast.
Because
Okay.
it's because also why it's I can
Kind of
see
like
his point.
Sean O'Malley. Sean
Why
O'Malley
take the
finishes
damage if I
people.
can finish you right here?
Yeah, why
But
get
also-
hurt?
yeah.
I'm going to get hit extra just because.
I
No.
just want I just
Yeah.
like that. That's why
Okay,
I'm watching.
Sean
If you're
O'Malley-
listening to this, please last 5 rounds.
But Sean O'Malley, like,
Well, he said in one of his interviews, he's like, I want to go 5 rounds with someone. He goes, but I finish people early, you know?
he went 5 rounds with the other guy.
Which guy? So he
The
has
dude
done
that
it
got
before
beat
then.
up in the face, crazy.
So he did go then 5 rounds.
No, he didn't go 5 rounds with him. Remember, Sean O'Malley ended up breaking his ankle or something, and then
Oh, his
Cheeto Vera
fibula?
got on top of him, and then they counted it as a TKO, like you're done, you can't fight. But it was because like, kind of like with McGregor. Remember how McGregor broke his shit against Poirier the 3rd time?
Right.
Okay, so yeah, so when it was Sean O'Malley and Vera when they fought, Sean O'Malley broke his ankle, and so he was dragging his foot. It looked hella nasty. I'm not sure if you guys
Yeah,
remember
it was
that.
like rubbery. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so he lost in that way because he kept falling, and then Cheeto Vera got on top of him and started smashing him, and ref called it. You know what I mean? So, but that was, I think, like maybe the 3rd round or something. But he says to this day he still hasn't gone 5 rounds with anyone, and he wants to actually have a rematch with Vera because that's pretty much his only like main loss,
Yeah.
which he doesn't count it as a loss because he broke his ankle. But, yeah. He wants to go 5 rounds, yeah. So again, it just goes to show like there's people that want to go 5 rounds, but I mean if you could get it done early, I mean fucking finish the fight early, you know.
Yeah. Well, shout out to the UFC and boxing platforms. Paid the fighters more. But
But overall, you say it was a good fight night, right? Good fight night card,
Thug Roll shit was the shittiest thing I've ever seen ever in my
which I'm
entire
surprised to hear, man.
life. Yeah.
Especially from her last fight.
It's almost like she was terrified in fear. She didn't
Yeah.
want to engage. And
she was
had
scared.
she had taken a loss to the person she lost to again.
Yeah.
That's her second loss against that person.
Yeah.
So
maybe she got hit.
yeah, because I've always
She don't want to
seen,
remember what that felt like.
I've always seen her engage, and this time she was like very standoffish, very kind of scared and skittish. The entire walkout, she was like, "I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best." She was saying that
Yeah.
repeatedly, and you lost.
She didn't believe it.
You
hard
swung
enough.
like 3-4 times. I even called Eric. I was like, "Bro, ain't this the most boring fight?" He was like, "Bro, I'm struggling to stay awake right now, bro." Like,
because he was on CBD. Nigga.
15 milligrams. He was at Chino's, bro. Chino,
We'll see
Shout
what
out
the
Chino
next-
got.
I got
Alright,
you,
man.
fool.
That's it for the fights. I don't know if y'all looking forward to any. I don't know who's fighting next. Who's the next fight card?
I'm just hearing rumors.
I'm looking forward to this guy named June. He's supposed to fight in a few months. So I'm excited for that one.
Okay,
Oh, yeah?
okay. Let me know when it's
Get loco. Look
let
at
me know
look
when
at
it's active.
She's like,
She
why
looks-
am I here?
She looks hella lit. She looked like Ronnie the one
CBD
day.
cut. What you gotta say, cut? What you gotta say, cut?
Man. Michael Chandler did call out Conor McGregor, and I think that
He's
would be a
still
good
fighting?
fight for Conor McGregor to come back and
Still
fight Michael
fighting?
Chandler. He's the last fight he broke his leg against Poirier, and then that was his last fight, right?
That was his last fight, yeah.
And ever since then, he's just been bulking up. He's going up in weight. So I mean,
I thought he had a fight soon.
McGregor?
Yeah, or
I
is
mean,
it like a potential fight?
When you go
maybe?
to Twitter, bruh, it's like all of them, or ESPN on Instagram, they repost a lot of their tweets just kind of get people to get involved with it. If you go on there, it's like everyone wants to fight everyone. Like everyone,
Oh,
like
fuck.
one day McGregor will call out, you know what I'm saying, someone, and the next day he'll fucking pick on someone else, and then someone will pick on him and say you're not ready to fight me, and then it's all everywhere, bro. It's hard to
So
determine.
maybe they're just trying to see who gets the most hype, and that's where the money.
Yeah, Gilbert Burns called out Masvidal the other day. Masvidal said, "It sounds good to me." That was it. Nothing else has been spoken about it. You know, what's it called? Volkanovski saying he might have the trilogy with I think Max Holloway, but nothing has been said about it yet. You know, I don't know. Diaz has been trying to have a fight for the longest. There's a rumor he might fight Shemaev. Who knows? Again, nothing else has
Nothing's
been said about
confirmed and
it.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
confirmed about it like that. Shit, dude. There's just a lot. You know, Usman's supposed to fight Leon Edwards and supposed to defend his belt against him. Nothing else has been popping up about it. So it's just, I don't know.
It's a matter of waiting, see what gets confirmed and shit.
Yeah.
Well, who do you think we got a better fight chance against when it comes to McGregor? Are we gonna see him with a trilogy with Diaz, or are we gonna see him fight Michael Chandler?
I would see the one with Diaz. I would see
Yeah.
that one.
I mean, it's a trilogy that I feel like a lot of it's going to be like a fan favorite fight because you have a lot of McGregor fans, a lot of Diaz fans, and regardless, like that's one fight that doesn't need to be for a belt. No one needs to go up like, oh, if you beat him, you're gonna go fight. Like that's just one of those fights where like people are gonna pay to watch. It's a trilogy that people want to see, but they both have to come, you know, with agreement that they want to make the trilogy happen. They're 1-1, so it'll be a nice trilogy. But I don't know. Chandler
But
right
then
now,
Diaz was retiring.
he apparently
about
has
to.
one more fight in his contract. Now, either the UFC could extend it where he could get more fights, because apparently legally, what Dana White says is he's legally supposed to give every fighter three to four fights a year. And by that, it means like, let's say you're signed to my contract, and I tell you fight Luna, and you're like, nah, I'm good off fighting her. All right, boom, that counts as one. You have three more chances. Fight this person. Nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Boom.
And then so it goes like that. So apparently, even if
Every
someone
time you deny.
apparently when someone rejects one, that count. Now that's what I heard as the rule. And so he says that he gives fighter, and of course, apparently he's not giving fighters like piece of shit fights where like, okay, yeah, you reject them all of them, so I don't have to pay you, or it's nothing like that, you know. But it's like you get to choose, and so it's just a matter of chance of who Diaz might
worthy
choose
enough.
as his last fight with the contract, and then they might extend it. Some people saying he might quit UFC and then go with boxing, because him and Jake Paul are always fucking beefing
but
on
Jake
Twitter.
Paul, that's not real boxing though. That's like
Yeah, but Jake Paul likes to call. Do you remember when he called?
he likes to call
He
people
called
out,
him
but
out. He's like,
exhibition shit,
he's already knocked down Nate Robinson. There's another Nate I want to knock out, and like, you know, he's like, get your ass over here, and you know what I mean. And Nate's always tweeting back at him like, shut up, bro. Like, you're not even a real fighter. Like, you know what I'm saying? You and your little paw sister, like, you guys aren't even welcomed into the real fight world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
But who knows? Again, who
Why
knows
doesn't
if
he
that?
Why does he stay in boxing? Why doesn't he go into the UFC?
I don't know. And he makes fun of Jake Paul clowns a lot at the UFC. He says that Dana White's their father, and like they don't pay them enough to fight him. Like, you have to listen to him to tell you not to fight me because you're under his contract. If you're a real man, you'd fight me. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of UFC
Trying to
fighters,
instigate
and the
shit.
only UFC fighters that have fought him have
all
fought him,
independent?
yeah, because they're already no longer under the UFC. You know. But I don't know. We'll see, man. There's supposed to be some. I don't know. Hopefully, there's some good.
This year seems like a good year. So far, there's been a
Yeah.
lot of dope shit. Not just
Yeah,
UFC, just all over, just events, festivals. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the way I see it is like this is how it's supposed to be.
Hell yeah.
But we forgot because we were 2 years like under fucking COVID restrictions. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. I'm
No, me
fucking
too. Me
having
too.
the
I'm
time
trying to
of my
like.
life, man.
Yeah. And I'm hell excited. I want to go to action event. I still remember too. 2 years ago when COVID had barely started, my plan was to go to Vegas. This is when Tony Ferguson was supposed to fight Khabib. It was on April 18th. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Like, I'm gonna book my flight out there. If no one wants to come with me, like, fuck it, it's all good. Like, I want to go to this fucking UFC, my first UFC event fight. You know, and it got canceled because of fucking COVID. And yeah, I stayed at fucking home. You know, but that was my plan. Like, that year, I was like, dude, just a few months away. Like, you know. And then fucking March came and COVID happened, and that event never ended up happening, you know. But I definitely want to go to one. I've gone to MMA event fights before, but none of them have been under UFC. They've been to, you know, more like private type of, you know. But those are hard though, because you know what I'm saying, is people are hungry.
They're trying to
People
get it.
people are trying to get a name for themselves, you know. So like, it's hardcore, man. Like, you really see people like I want to say there was 5-6 fights when I went to the event, and literally each one ended from like fucking knockout or TKO.
For real, nothing went like the
none
whole
of
way.
them went all rounds.
Kind of
Yeah.
like seeing college football then.
Yeah, Miggy would tell you. Miggy was there too. He were like, "What the fuck? Like this shit was fucking crazy." Like, you know, but yeah, man, I definitely want to hit some events up. You know.
I understand.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
So we got a few minutes left. We got the Rico case or the Balenciaga shoes.
Balenciaga.
We get that real quick.
Y'all gotta
Copper
stop
drop.
doing this bullshit.
Copper drop.
Copper drop.
All this like high end designer shit. Like, look, we are so high end. We're gonna go ahead and sell you bullshit.
Bro, this shit literally looks like a homeless. They took it off a homeless fucking shoe.
Looks like rust.
It looks like a homeless man made some shoes out of paper bags.
At $1,800, nigga. What the fuck?
It looks like the rust in my Cadillac, like underneath a little bit of the roof before I sold it.
You know what's fucked up? Is that it takes years for a shoe to naturally distress like that. They did that in the factory on purpose. They wasted good money on just making that piece of shit shoe right there, which looks like a PF Flyer that fucking Benny Rodriguez from fucking the Sandlot wore.
The only thing I don't really like, okay, of course you gotta respect it. You know, what I mean? Obviously we're talking about it, which means it's working. Only thing is when someone does buy this, and they really wear them, it's not gonna last them that long. The fact that they're in that condition, but I guess maybe we need to see a real shoe of it. Who knows how the inside looks? Maybe the inside is fully like brand new and it's supposed to keep it on hold.
Bro,
but
I've
the way
seen
it's
some in their
looking,
fucking holes,
but the way it's looking from the outside, I'm like, if someone buys it, that can't last that long, you know?
Bro, that looks like my grandpa's tank top that he's been copping.
He doesn't want to throw
dude.
away. But I mean, it's like $1,800 for these shoes. Like, literally, they're taking like a shoe and just putting it through shit and putting the name on it, and that's it.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I'll admit that I'm guilty of buying some shit and purposely ripping it up and distressing it and just putting it through the fucking ringer. Never to that extent, though. And I do that to some shit that I would never. If I did it for somebody else, I would never charge $1,800 for it, bro. Like,
Bro, I'm gonna make my own. I can just tag it. Allegedly.
and it's only because it's Balenciaga. They're like, oh, some rapper, fucking Justin Bieber's gonna buy it. And I was like, oh yeah, fuck it, Justin Bieber bought him. I'm gonna go ahead and buy him too.
Have you guys noticed that the style has gone like the bummier you look nowadays? It's like that swag.
Mm-hmm.
It's just getting recycled.
Mm-hmm.
It's just getting recycled because I mean, like,
It's like the faded shirts. Remember those, like,
Oh yeah.
remember like when you faded a black Pro Club and you felt so bad for yourself, like, fuck, I can't wear this no more because people
Now
are gonna think
people
it's
look for
gray. Now people
People
are
pay
like,
thousands for it.
now people want that shit, like, you know.
and it's because of Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye was fucking, oh, this would look so good on Kanye. He was paying thousands of dollars for like fucking 40-year-old shirts that just look super baggy and distressed.
Yeah.
But whoever is cool is gonna make that cool thing cool. You know what I mean? Whoever's
Yeah.
cool decides what's cool. I remember when I first saw
Shout out to you, cool people.
the Kanye, the Yeezy runners, the Yeezy foam runners, where I was like, these is fire. But everybody around was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you just wearing a fucking shoe with holes? Is holes? Or what the fuck? You just wearing shoes with holes in them? Like, what the fuck's the point of that? Everybody got those now. It took over Crocs.
Yeah.
And that's the new Croc.
Bro, those are going
I
for
still
like
don't.
$400.
I still don't
on
like those
resale.
shoes. I don't know.
I want some.
I'm gonna give it
but
2 years and maybe I'll start to like them.
If
No,
it's
I
your
want a
style,
pair.
if you
I
don't
want a
rock them,
pair.
then it's fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, also don't do it just because everybody else is doing it. But if it
Yeah.
is your style, then go for it.
I just like how they look, to be honest.
But is that because you start seeing it on so many other people's feet? They're like,
Yeah.
I can see
No,
myself
like I
rocking it.
saw it
And you
on
first
the
time you saw
wall,
And you knew you liked it.
and I was like, bro, like, is it the ones you showed us when they first ever came out? The Yeezy, like,
Yeah.
I like those futuristic fucking.
Yeah, I love
like
them.
it.
Yeah, I'd wear the boots. I'd wear the boots. The boots look crazy.
I
I'd
wouldn't
buy
wear the
those.
boots. I wouldn't wear the boots.
The
Unless
boots
I was
are
going to the
fire.
snow. Unless I wouldn't go to the snow.
Can you put the boots real quick?
The
I
boots
forgot how they
are
look.
fire,
But
bro.
I
bro,
forgot how they look.
resale value on those shits is like $400.
Just real quick. I don't see
And
how
it's
the
like,
boots
fuck,
look.
I want to buy some, but I know my dog's going to fuck it up if I leave it somewhere.
Oh, see, that's the thing about dogs. That's a chew toy for. It's expensive chew toy for the
Oh
dog.
yeah. Okay.
Those are fire. I would rock those ones right there.
Those?
Yep. With the yellow bottoms. Yep. Or the ones right below. Yep.
They're like snowboarding shoes.
I'd
I
fuck
mean,
with
those look fire. Like that with the orange, but not like the all black. Like the ones that, what's his name had on? What's his fucking name? Those right there. Go up, go.
He's SpongeBob boots.
Up. To the right. Down. No, fool, on the left. Right there, those. The brown and the up. Right there, those.
Yeah.
Those I don't fucking like.
I'd rock those too.
I rock the orange ones just to rock them, but
See, click those.
that's what it is. Fat Joe.
Yep.
The ones Fat Joe's had, I would
Yep.
not rock those.
I would.
Those are ugly to me now.
I would never rock them with some skinny jeans, but I would definitely rock those. Those are fire.
And Yeezy really means Kanye West, right?
Yeah, Yeezy
They're
is
his
like,
brand,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He started calling himself Yeezy, Yeezus, Yay, Kanye, you know what I mean? Just a little word on.
I mean, I like those orange ones. I haven't seen those. Those are fire. They lightweight look like Cortezes.
But it's like, but here's the thing: everything's gonna get recycled. Cortez is gonna come back in style.
But they already are. Don't cut us short. We started late. We don't cut us short. Just yet.
Free Young Thug,
Free Young Thug.
Free Young Thug, man. YSL.
And YSL. And they're trying to get
They're
Lil
gonna go
Baby
after
and
Baby.
somebody
They're
else.
gonna go after Baby. They're gonna go after everybody in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's crazy. But Copper buy those Balenciaga shoes.
Oh, for what, dude? This shit.
Copper drop? I'd say drop
Drop.
for the
It's
price.
a big drop. But like I said, fucking Justin Bieber's gonna go ahead and cop those. I'm like, oh, fuck,
Because
I
it's
gotta-
cool to look like a bum nowadays, bro. That's what it
but
is.
some people do it ugly.
It don't
it's-
matter. I think it has to do with just the fact where shoes are at right now. Like, shoes are designer now.
You know who did the bummy look real fire? Is early Kanye. Right now he went a little too daddish with it. But Billie Eilish.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh damn.
Whoever that is, shout out
Yeah.
to you. On that note, once again, we appreciate
Luna got the
everybody
style.
watching this
The
episode.
Lunas.
Tap in with Kindness of Rocks 831. Be part of the talent show. It's something dope for the community, and you could win up to $3,000 worth in prizes, man. It's crazy. Other than that, man, day ones, appreciate it. Be sure to slide through.
Chill.
Schlot.
Hey, Kat, can you tell the people where they can get their Slide Through podcast merch?
Absolutely. So y'all gonna go over to the Slide Through Podcast IG, click on that conglomerate by the sea.com link. Go on to the left side, that sandwich bar, click on that. Click on the Slide Through Podcast clothing. Then you're gonna scroll down to that image where you see the Slide Through Podcast crew neck. Click on that, and there you go. You see the sizes small through 2X. Thank y'all for the support.